Hey guys, what's up? It's Carmela Maniac. If you're new to my channel, sit down, chill, and warm yourself by the fire for a little bit, because today we're going to be reviewing and breaking down J. Cole's new song called 2-6. Now, this song is off of J. Cole's new album called The Fall Off. And before we start, I just wanted to remind you guys to maybe hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, even if you disagree with my take, because we can all agree to disagree. Hopefully. Also, this song does have some explicit content in it, so please be warned.
I was never cast out. I'm a small fish from a pond where they crash out.
Now, this song by J. Cole, like the trippy song... Now, 2-6 by J. Cole, like trippy Red song called World Boss, has a pretty long intro, and I honestly had no idea what to expect after this intro. But in my opinion, the wait was well worth the wait. But in my opinion, it was well worth the wait what came after the intro. Now, I feel like it could have gone either way after the intro. It could have been actually terrible, or it could have gone really well. Because the intro felt a little bit disconnected, or almost like cringe, or like it was doing too much. The bass hits and the whispering felt a little bit cheap. Luckily, however, after the intro, it went positively. Now, everything takes a dramatic change once the actual song starts. It goes from being surface level, a little bit superficial, to deep, expansive, and vibey. It's great.
If I wasn't rapping, I might just be the president. Please, with the begginess.
Now, one of the things that really helped with this contrast is J. Cole's vocals. He goes from whispering to using his full, deep voice to rap with, and it creates this great empty to full feeling. Another thing that helps a ton is what I'm going to talk about next. Now, I don't say this frequently, but my favorite part of this song was the melodic component of the beat, because a rap song usually has a few components. The rap, obviously, the melodic component, the actual percussion, for example, the snare, the hi-hat, and whatever else they decide to add, and then the bass. Now, usually the bass is my favorite part, but not for this song. Now, the melodic component in this song was made up of what I think were chopped up string samples that were disfigured and mutilated almost beyond recognition. And to me, it's one of the most interesting sounds ever. It's like all garbled and weird, and I love it.
Please, with the begginess, you're dwindling your relevance. We know you're strapping. We ain't copping what you selling us.
Now, another great thing about this melodic component is that it never stays exactly the same. And for someone like me who tends to focus on the melodic components of a song and not the lyrics, it would have maybe been a problem for me. But just when I was about to get tired of the melodic component and the notes it was using, it switched up.
When I'm in the city, diddy screaming, outcast. I was never cast.
One thing I will say about the melodic component when it does switch up is that it's just a little bit distracting, because it turns into an actual musical phrase, meaning it sounds like something that would happen in an actual classical music piece. And phrasing refers to how certain musical parts can sound like a musical sentence. So it has a beginning and it has an ending. So that's why I say it feels like a whole phrase. And maybe it's just me, because I'm used to picking out classical music phrases and I'm not trying to be whatever here. Maybe it's just me who gets distracted by it, and that's fine. I don't know. Let me know if it distracted you at all.
Outcast. I was never cast out. I'm a small fish from a pond where they crash out.
Now, just because the melodic component is a little bit distracting doesn't make it any less effective in making the song better. I really appreciate the vibe the little classical lick added to everything. It made the song sound more artistic, like it belonged in a museum. Now, going back to the beginning of the song, I really like the slow build that it has. We have this really slow intro with the whispering and the bass hits. Then J. Cole starts rapping and is accompanied by the melodic component. And then the hi-hats come in. And then after all of that, the actual beat comes in. And the song really starts. It's a nice slow burn. We also have like a mini build-up that creates a lot of direct contrast right before the song starts. And the beat comes in. J. Cole whispers one line before everything comes in to make the beat drop more dramatic.
Don't believe me, call your favorite rapper for the evidence. Rolls Royce, please don't study rappers no more.
Now, something I'll add about the bass is that it sounded a little different to me when I was listening to it, and I wasn't exactly sure why. And now it is probably an 808, it just sounded different. It's because it sounds a little bit thinner and like it's at a higher pitch, which I don't think it actually is. But take for instance the song Fiend or Pushin' P, where their basses sound a lot deeper and thicker compared to this one.
I was never cast out. I'm a small fish from a pond where they crash out.
And what is a rap song without a couple of ad-libs and artifacts breaking up the rap and beat to make the song more interesting and complex, and to make us appreciate the beat even more when it comes back in. We also have some cool like choir ad-libs, which were pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess that's your lane. In the 90s was crack cocaine. Nowadays it's clout and fame. Bass, gas, going viral off.
The song also has some really interesting arrangement features, like the bass will cut out here and there throughout the song and leaves J. Cole, the kick, and the melodic component in the song to hold down the fort. And it breaks things up pretty well. And like I've said many times before, it makes us appreciate the beat when it comes back in.
He like the way that be stuttering. When I'm in the city, bitches screaming at my government.
Now, in the second half of the song, J. Cole uses some harsh language, both in terms of its meaning and in terms of its sounds. It gives the song some interesting sharp edges and rhythms that give the song so much more texture. And it almost like slaps you in the face when you first start hearing it. In a good way. It gets your attention. It gets the people going.
Big lobby low on purpose, big hoodie, double XL, we saying I'm humble.
And then we have another major switch up, which I'm sure you've heard if you've listened to the song, and it's kind of near the ending, and everything calms down and J. Cole starts like singing. It gives us this really nice cool down section from the kind of earlier, more intense and aggressive rap section. It's a cool down which kind of transitions us back out of the song and into the world. Now in this section, the melodic component, the garbled strings, makes more sense because now we have, I don't want to say actual strings, but actual strings that are not manipulated in any way. We also have like a harp that plays, which is really cool. So the garbled strings from the song were a great hint to what was coming, the acoustic section, which kind of played us out of the song. Now 2-6 by J. Cole has a great range of all types of things, and I think it's pretty great, so I'm going to give this song a 9.7 out of 10 on the millimeter. The garbled strings were creative and awesome. The ad-libs and other artifacts did a great job to break things up. The song had good arrangement with the bass cutting out here and there, and I mean, how the song switched formulas like 3 times. And the rhythms J. Cole used in his rapping were very engaging and almost like a slap to the face, in a good way. And there were some really great contrasts in this song as well. The whispering to the rapping, and then the kind of aggressive, intense section to the singing part, all very great.
Outcast, I was never cast out. I'm a small fish from a pond where they crash out.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, or even if you didn't, agree to disagree, please consider subscribing to the channel. Tell me what you guys thought of 2-6 by J. Cole in the comments below. Keep listening, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'm serious, did you hit the subscribe button yet?